Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. This is Vlad Dracul, #1 from Scout Comics. Creative team is Matteo Strukel and Andrea Muti. I hope I got those right. If I didn't, I apologize. And this was actually a lot of fun. I don't know if it's because I was playing some Europa Universalis 4 and I'm in a very medieval mood, but I really dug it. It's kind of historical. This isn't like Vlad is a Dracula and now he's eating everybody. This is definitely either like an origin story or just a straight up biography. First time we see him, he's right here. Bam, we got these probably noble youth out here. They're like bringing food. Wolves show up. Vlad shows up, and Vlad is like, "Do not fear the wolves. They are sons of Transylvania, just like us, because I am Vlad Dracul, son of the dragon." And we kind of jump forward. We go from here. He's already like ruling Transylvania, which means we missed out on his incredibly tragic youth. If you've never like actually seen just how tragic Vlad Dracul's youth is, man, it is absolutely brutal. Because basically he grows up as a hostage of the Sultan, and everything just kind of goes from there. Speaking of the Sultan sends a dude here, and he's like, "It's time for your tribute." So, what does tribute #1 consist of? Give us a bunch of children to turn into soldiers. What does tribute #2 consist of? Money. Now, if you don't know history, there was this big country called the Ottoman Empire running around, and it was just beating up everybody. Beating up everybody, absolutely. And Phantom wanted me to pick her up, so she is now joining this review. Let's see if we can, like, see, there she is. She's joining this review. And the Ottoman Empire, basically everybody around it, paid them tribute to basically not get killed. Funny how that works. Transylvania was no exception. So Vlad is like, "All right, you want me to pay tribute?" And then you've seen, say, 300. You've seen that this is Sparta moment coming, right? Well, historically, geez, dog, she is not making this easy. Historically, Vlad kinda did the same thing. I don't know if this is exactly how he did it, but he was like, "Look, I'm not sending you any more children to get killed in your stupid wars. I'm not giving you any more money to raise troops to go invade people and make them send you children and money." Like, he's just like, "Forget this. Yeah, I should have took your turban off, buddy, because you wore it in my house." Things kind of spiral out of control. You got some intrigue going on, both in Transylvania and also in the imperial court. Naturally, the Sultan isn't going to take that laying down. The Sultan's going to go deal with that. Plot-wise, it was a lot of fun. There's a little of... what's the right way to put it? There's a little adult stuff kind of in the middle, which I can't show you, obviously, because this is YouTube. So if that is a ruiner for you, don't pick the book up. But come on. It's a book where, we're getting, like, people decapitated, shot with arrows. Like, there's plenty of violence. The art is the weakest part of this. It conveys mood very well. I want to get that, like, straight out there. Like, it has a weird sense of motion. It has a great mood. But the problem comes... Give me a second while I find it. Find an example of exactly what I'm talking about. There are times where the art feels like it's not finished. And I know you're kind of going for, like, a style. Like, this was the artist from Fearscape. I think that was the name of it. Oh, yeah, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find exactly what I'm looking for. Isn't that always the way? Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, like over here, you get like some pretty good looking Vlad, great use of shadow there. You come over here, And it looks like this was a panel that was supposed to be much smaller and got blowed up. There's not really any detail. There's very little definition. And there were several panels like that through the book, maybe 3 or 4. And every time I saw one of them, it kind of just pulled me out of the story. It just yanked me right out. And I was like, oh, I see. All in all, I had a lot of fun reading it. I don't know necessarily if, that price tag is an appropriate price tag for it. But I had a lot of fun, man. Historical, medieval stuff is sometimes my jam. I really like the mood and the art. It's kind of like looking at a half-finished impressionist painting, and if you kind of like that, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say it like carries the mood. Things look cold. Things look dark. Things look scary and tense. It's very expressive, even if it's not particularly detailed and realistic. The writing was well paced. It never went too fast and it never went too slow. It was like boom, boom, boom. The only part I found difficult to follow is there's a couple of relatively short, actually, time jumps in the book. I guess one was a few years, and the next one was just a couple of months, but those were the only things that kind of caught me off guard. And it was only because they announced one of them like 5 years later and then put a date. And then the next time it happened, we just had a date and had to go back and check the date on the first one to make sure, we hadn't just like jumped another 5 years without it telling me. It's cool stuff. Anyway, thanks for checking this out. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Much love. You all take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Check this book out if, the story of Lord Dracula, historical figure, interests you. I don't know if this is going to stick to like a historical trajectory or if we're going to go like full vampire thing, but either way, I think it's going to be a really fun ride. Take care of yourselves and bye bye.